Okay, so you had this idea in the mind and you found out that this is the gap in the market and I should come up with this idea and should solve it with certain business models. So you must be working in some firm, right? So this is the dilemma all the entrepreneurs and including myself face at certain point of time. They're working in some firm that how to start a business, because it's not everybody is that strong enough to leave the job and directly jump into a business. So would you suggest starting parallelly for some considerable amount of time, or prepare a business model during a job and start the business after leaving the job? What would you suggest?
Look, there is no one specific answer, but if you need an answer and if you know that entrepreneurship is probably something that you would be interested in, to be frank, even if you're not interested in, start it in the college. That would be my first suggestion. That is your first big opportunity that you have. Actually in school, but if you can't do that, start it in your college. Do it in your dorm room, do it in your free time. Sure, you should party, you should date your girlfriend. I'm not saying no to any of those things, but spend some time in your dorm room to sort of create something of your own in your college itself. And it's okay. You don't have to sort of worry about whether it will become a big success or it doesn't, but start it. And if you don't like it, shut the shop. But do it during your college days. And do in big way, small way, it doesn't absolutely matter. But do something. Get to understand how the transactions work. Right? Get to understand how the economy works. Get to understand what is basic profit and loss. You will learn all of these things. And when I'm saying these things, this is not for the somebody in MBA. If you're not doing this, I have no idea why you're doing an MBA, because you don't need an MBA to get a job today. That's my message to all the people who are doing MBAs. If you're doing MBA, make use of that opportunity. There are so many people who come in to give guest lecturers, etc., etc. Have a damn product and pitch it to the people who are coming in, right? And then sort of hold them accountable, because they are coming to your house. To find the job, you have to go to their house, right? Over here, they are coming to your house to butterfly Gyan. So why wouldn't you have various set of opportunities, offers or products or services that you can in turn offer to the people who are coming in? I'm telling you, especially during internships, take as many interviews as possible. Instead of giving the interview, go and pitch your product and service and come back. What do you have to lose, right? So I think that's the first big opportunity that I feel, or the best use of your time. But having said this, the people who are in the field of, let's say, engineering or any other sort of particular profession that is there, apart from medicine, it becomes a little tricky. But no harm in trying to understand the commerce, because no business like sort of being in the medical as an industry. The true evergreen industry, not the mechanical. So the true evergreen is actually medicine. So it might make great sense for you to start there. If you have not started there, after that point, Nitish, there is no set answer to it, right? It depends on your risk appetite. So if you understand, if you look at your language of, let's say, equity investment, there are people who have the highest risk appetite who enter crypto. There are people who have a little moderate risk appetite who enter, let's say, the equity market. There are people who have lesser risk appetite who end up sort of mutual fund. And if you are investing in FDs, congratulations on losing money, because you're ending up losing money, you're not gaining anything.
Correct.
So that depends on your risk appetite, and that depends on the other aspect that it depends on is the fact that the nature of the kind of business that you're looking at as well, right? Some businesses take time to mature. Some businesses would need a certain track record. Like that is something that happened with Clevertise. For the first 2.5, 3 years, it was all about creating case studies for us. Zero sort of focus on making money or zero focus on any of those things. We had to create a track record and show it to the market that it is possible for one team to solve a problem for you. It is possible for one team to hit those business goals, help you hit those business goals for you, right? That's the language that we used to sort of speak. To create the proof of concept, it took time. So for those people, it is better to start something parallelly. And another function is the personal side, right? If you are the single learner, it becomes a little tricky. If you are unfortunately married too soon, then it gets trickier. So these things become the delta that come into picture as well.
Correct.
But if you are not, if nobody else is dependent on you, and if you have a scenario wherein you can do something on your own, it's the easiest for you to jump right away and start and give it your full time. And yeah, I think that would be probably the various scenarios that you will have to consider and sort of start. If anybody is not starting because of the issue of money or time, those are just excuses.